Fuck the mana.
First off, I don't care what you people say. Never follow rules. I'm a trendsetter anyway. Okay, I march to the beat of my own drum. They say I need rules in my life. Well, I got some. That's one. Kill the competition. Two. Be a loyal dog. Three. And if they snitching on your man, send them to the mall. Four. When you party, go hard till you hit the floor. Five. If you didn't see me do it, what the hell you asking for? Welcome to my world. SINA.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Llama Show on the Big Llama. Guys, thank you guys so much for joining us. This is the Sunday night live stream. We come to you live every Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch at blackout_AD. Let me bring out my co-host extraordinaire, Blackout AD, and a special guest, none other than the birthday bird himself, Jay Birdie. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. How are you guys this fine evening?
Fantastic.
Fine.
so yeah, it's Birdie's birthday. I know, Birdie, you said that you've been celebrating, enjoying your birthday. So
Absolutely.
That means we get uncensored, unfiltered, and possibly canceled, Birdie. So
and what's new?
That's true. That's true. So again, guys, welcome to the show. AD, how are you this fine Sunday, sir?
I'm fine, Llama.
He's all bent out of shape because I talked to you first.
Is that a glove behind you, dude? Let it go, dude.
No, dude.
Oh no.
This dude trying to go to JUCO.
Try to go to fucking
last chance you.
That'd be hard. That's a good exposure for Blackout.
38 years old, trying to make a run eastbound and down.
38.
If one of us can do it, it's me.
Katie says happy birthday to Jay Birdie. Got Roman 2 Raw saying happy birthday as well. Got AD's in the chat over on Twitch.
Said happy birthday, dude.
And he says hashtag takeoff.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
Is that from Sideline?
No, it's not. It's from a drunk adventure in real life.
Oh.
Men's T-ball.
No.
I'm not talking about starting your athletic career, brother.
Yeah, I'd be nasty at slow pitch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm setting that shit yard.
Oh my God. Did Gabe actually even play? Any sports?
No, dude. He
No.
was on the JV football team his senior year of high school.
Is that a true story?
I don't even think he played football in senior year.
He lost his eligibility. He can't play with a 1.9. They gave him his diploma. He tried to roll it up.
They were gonna put him on the JV team his senior year. They're like, listen, let's just do you the favor. You
They said, listen, get cup, put ice in cup, put water on ice, give to players.
Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher.
He's the equipment manager. Anyway,
He was the helmet tester.
Worst 2K player. Worst 2K player we know.
I thought I was, but
No.
I'll take
Oh,
it. I'll
wow,
take
but
it.
you're not.
No.
Okay.
Worst COD player we know for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I'll take that title. I'll own it. JV football special teams linebacker. Bro, that's a lot of titles for minimal playing time. Anyway, so we got Birdie here. It is his birthday, so we are celebrating Jay Birdie's birthday. We invited him on. He is always welcome on the show, but because it's his birthday and it is today, figured why not ask him to come on the show and enjoy a little bit with us. So, he's a special member of Blackout, so we got to, celebrate the birthday with him. Even though my guy to my right does not celebrate birthdays. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
you get a point.
I got you, Lava.
I saw that on sideline where you guys were waiting to do the intro or something, and he popped in and he pointed in the wrong direction. You guys were roasting him.
It was a
couple
callback to previous episodes.
That's a sideline.
Gimmick.
I still don't know which way to point. Okay, point that way.
It's the opposite of
behind
the
you.
way you think it is, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, we do have some topics. To talk about. So we're going to talk about tonight. Obviously, the Netflix Raw and Hogan getting booed out of the building, and other things that happened that night. We want to talk about the TikTok ban and anything, things that are happening because of the LA fires. So, we got some topics, and we might get derailed. Who knows? But
We're getting
Those are some
derailed,
things.
dude. Nobody wants to talk about the fucking
Hulk
fire.
Hogan getting booed and the LA fires are directly related.
I could use his beard and we'll put out some of that those fires.
I seen a meme of the fire behind him. He said, "Boo me again, brother."
Oh my god. Let's see. And then we got Gabe's in the chat. Not a lot of field time to say the least.
He knew what side of the bench was the most comfortable. Let's say that.
I love when you guys it should be a roast of Gabe. I mean, even
They
though
said,
it's
"Roman,
every
get
day.
off the bench. This is for the starters."
You throw them the fucking towel.
Oh my god. They need some high quality H2O.
Is that a dirty towel, Roman? You son of a bitch.
What sweat are you wiping off?
I would have loved to see you guys in high school. That would have been a fun experience.
Gabe was responsible for warming up the center's gooch before the quarterback went under there.
Oh my god.
He just keeps his hand there.
That's it.
Stay there.
It's warm for you, boss.
I need you to blow it. What? Blow it.
All right, so let's get into topics. No promo. Let's get into topics. I know. I was ready to do it. Then I was like, no, let me just go right
It's a
into it.
promo, dude.
No promos. Promos later. Anyway, let's get into it. So WWE had its first official Raw on Netflix. I think from a show perspective, in terms of quality, and it had double the viewership of any Raw it's had in a long time. Netflix had great numbers coming out of it, and the quality of the program was pretty good. But a couple of things happened. The Hulk Hogan thing was a big thing. But you're starting to see some of the star power. They had, I think, who was it that came out? Jesus.
The Rock,
Travis Scott.
Triple H, Travis Scott.
Yeah, The Rock. So it is star-studded night. Good matches, I think.
Yeah. Not enough matches, but good matches.
Right. Well, a lot of promo, a lot of talking. But
Yeah. Every week won't be like that.
So having seen it, what are your initial thoughts on what occurred and on Raw?
I think the best part of the whole thing was the Hogan boo. Now they realize they can't just use him for a pop anymore.
Yeah.
Too many things have come out from wrestlers talking about Hulk Hogan for them to use him for promo now. They need to replace him with Stone Cold. Anytime someone needs to come out and speak, let it be Steve. I like the intro, what they did when the curtains came up and Triple H was sitting there. I also think that was a little bit of a diss to Vince McMahon because they went through the whole history of wrestling and made sure not to bring him up.
Yeah.
They made sure not to mention him at all. Rumor is Vince is starting his own promotion because he just won. Yeah, he's going to start his own WWE, like his own wrestling promotion to go against the WWE. So we'll see how that goes. I liked how they put like the celebrities in the crowd, like it was a boxing event. How they gave them like front row and they had like individual seats and they rotated them out. Because obviously Stephanie McMahon isn't sitting there, which is kind of weird that she was. I think it was weird the way that The Rock was playing the face, even though he's been the heel this whole time.
Yeah.
But I think that was board of directors Dwayne. I don't think that was The Rock. I think The Rock is going to come back and he's going to be the final boss again, in my opinion. But I like the production. I think they have a Netflix budget now. The stage is great. I like that it's a shorter run up to the ring. I like the background. It was just, WWE production featuring Netflix's unlimited budget.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Can I ask a random question?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think the acquisition of UFC has helped the WWE's live show now that they're on Netflix, maybe?
I don't think anybody does a live show better than the WWE. You're talking, 20 straight live seasons. It's been on for 32, but they weren't live for the first 8 or 9 seasons. So nobody knows how to do a live show better than they do, to be honest with you. And it's, as a scripted event, the UFC is kind of like, we're going to put fights together. Hopefully they put on good fights. WWE is, we're going to have a scripted show, go out there, and hopefully what we want to happen happens.
Yeah.
I do think after UFC fighters retire, they have a place to go now. The ones with personality have a post-retirement career. Like I can see the Connors and the the Chaels and those type of people, the O'Malley's.
Especially with the Netflix thing, I think them making sure to. Oh, I mean, obviously, I don't watch enough WWE, but it felt like they made sure they were showing who was there and shit. And I think they're gonna utilize the UFC's roster to bolster more. Yeah,
I can make
it had a bit of a fight night feel with those crowd shots and seeing who's in the audience, and it was a little different than just because they've done that before, but it used to be the one person from the city that they were visiting, right, would be there, and you go, oh look, so and so from the Los Angeles Rams is here, or the team would show up. They did one little promo, but this was look at all the people who are here for tonight's show. They had special guests and everything. So
and stars.
It felt like from my perspective, it felt like a UFC event more so than any other WWE, anything I've seen before. You know what I mean? It just felt like a little, I don't want to say polished, but it just felt, I don't know. I guess.
Well, back in the 80s, wrestling, they always had celebrities, big name celebrities would be in the crowd, and they kind of feel like they're going to that a little bit. Because they present it as a sporting event. When they do the commentary after and they do a post press, and Triple H will do the Dana White thing and he'll say, we made this much money, we sold this many tickets, so-and-so was hurt, blah, 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 blah. And they keep kayfabe when it comes to the post press and stuff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. And they're also doing the intro where they're walking into the building, just like the NFL does. Hey, you see the teams coming off the bus. So there's a lot of that melding of the sport that that they're getting away from the theatrics of the WWE. Although that is a huge part is how they promo, but it just had a big night feel. It was more than just a Monday Night Raw to me, in terms of oh, this is interesting. So it kept me glued in. And again, the matches were key. And I think the wrestling is not secondary, but I think that's what they need to focus on, is putting in good matches for that block of time, right? Or having good segments and stuff, because otherwise,
the storytelling's there.
Yeah. Otherwise, there. you get plus they're building a new audience, right? In Netflix, there's people who tuned in for the first time, So they had to put the best foot forward. But they'll slowly phase out the big names, and they'll say, okay, this is our regular show. But it still had a great feel, and it looked great. It just looked great overall. The HD, and I think the referee has a
ref cam.
camera. The ref cam.
The ref cam is cool.
Yeah, I mean, got a lot of new elements that probably Vince wouldn't have tried, and Triple H is going to do it, and because he's got the money now for it. So
they have the opportunity to reach 250 million viewers every Monday.
Jesus,
that's the reach out. So last Monday was the first time in WWE history that Raw was simulcasted across the planet at the same time. It has never been shown across the world at once.
Oh, that's insane.
And since it's no longer on cable, they don't have to worry about time restrictions or time zones or things like that. It's on at 8 p.m. Eastern time every Monday across the world.
I'm trying to get the numbers here of what they did in terms of viewers.
On my socials that day, and obviously me and Bird were playing games that day. So then I was just I just tuned in because of the moment. But on my Twitter and my fucking Instagram was just constant wrestling shit, and that's not something normal that's on my Twitter. Actually no wrestling ever really.
No.
Cena starting the farewell tour was huge. I like how he nonchalantly was like, I don't see myself winning the 17 title. He goes, unless I win the Money in the Bank or the Royal Rumble or the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Which I have a feeling he's going to win all three.
I mean, I don't know. I think he's gonna be in contention, but I don't think Cena wins everything. I mean,
tell him your idea.
I have a few, but I think one, he headlines Saturday and Sunday. He gets Gunther on Saturday, loses, or gets Cody on Saturday, loses, gets Gunther on Sunday, wins, retires 17 time, and then they hold a tournament for the vacant heavyweight title.
No, that's not a bad idea.
That way he headlines both nights. But I also have little things in mind. I think we're going to get him versus The Rock number 3.
I think that would be good to sort of close out that chapter. But I think you had talked about him being a heel, right? Yes. Heel Cena.
Yeah, but after that promo we had on Monday, I don't think that happens.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he turns. He's tired of.
As a personal fan, I want Cena Orton to end it all.
That would be good.
That's what I want. I want Cena's biggest rival and him to call it a do. And I want Cena to lose at Mania.
Yeah. Like do it right. If you're gonna do it, you do it right.
End it on his back. Resume. Don't make it Diddy-ish, dude.
The llama giggled.
You guys always make me giggle. You guys can say shit.
At least he's giggling for different things than Roman.
You guys say the weirdest shit, and I don't even understand. I just started laughing.
Slickly Bob.
What?
Skibidi toilet.
Skibbity Riz. Anyway, so Raw's doubled its typical draw, which is it typically draws 1.2 million households. It premiered with almost 3 million, 2.6 million, and that's not including replay that that hasn't been tabulated. But that's for the live show, 2.6 million views and counting, depending on replayability and
that's probably double, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because me and AD watched it while it was live, but we weren't watching it live. We went back and watched it from the beginning. I just wanted
those counts are old views.
Yeah. I just wanted to see. I really wanted to see Cena's when he came in. Undertaker coming out was awesome.
Yeah.
Him and Rhea. Rhea should have got on the back of the bike, though. They should have rode off with Rhea on the back of the bike.
That would have been awesome. But yeah, no. So I mean, it looked great. Again, the products looks great. Yeah. I think they're heading in the right direction. I think it can only get better because they have big storylines to fill. Like, this is a great time to debut it because now everyone's in full swing. You've got leading up to WrestleMania. This is going to be a big chunk of what this rating will be. And after Mania, it does die down a little bit, but the hype level is going to be insane. So I'm excited for it.
As someone who doesn't watch it, I mean, obviously, Bird and you kind of like fill me in, so I've kind of like gained more respect for it lately. But after seeing that, I think I would tune in, not maybe to every week, but like the big moments, I'm definitely probably just checking it out.
Yeah. They got some huge pops. There were some moments that got some huge crowd pops. Cena got a couple of them. Undertaker obviously got a huge one. But there's no pop. There's no crowd pop like a WWE crowd pop.
Yeah. Yeah. When you bring back an old wrestler from years past.
Or just somebody who's been out for a while, shows back at the Rumble. You know, somebody who's been wrestling at a different company comes back. You know, things like that. It just, you know, the glass break.
Was Hulk Hogan's moment the loudest, though?
The boos were the silence was loud, bro.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was crazy.
And there's no like definitive reason why, but a lot of wrestlers in the last few months have come out with how much of an asshole he is off camera.
You know, it's a long shot theory, but I was thinking about when he walked out with Kobe. Remember that was like what, probably like a month ago or so?
Yeah.
I felt like that energy was weird. Like people were like, why the fuck is he here? You know what I mean? Like they didn't boo him necessarily, but there was a lot of talk on like MMA Twitter. It was like, that was kind of a weird moment. Like people weren't really like fucking with it. And then that happened. So I'm like, well, maybe he's just kind of like you said.
Yeah. As a bailout, Hogan mentioned political views, you know, which
yeah,
you know, is what it is. Undertaker didn't get booed and he interviewed the man.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. No, but and they were doing that comparison. They were like, look, Undertaker is in the same political lane as him. The difference is Hogan's baggage. Like,
yeah, he's a bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, not only did he screw over a bunch of wrestlers, right? But now we've got the whole, and I know it's come up now since everyone's talking about why would they boo him, but like the dude like ruined a union that was going to be formed for the wrestlers to sold them all out. He. You know, again, he was just very nasty about how he went about cashing in on his opportunity and not giving the other guys their proper due. Like, and I go back now and I watch some of the highlights of some of his old matches. The dude was a dick. Like he would never lose, and he would never sell the finishing move. Like you do the finishing move, he does that fucking stupid, and then he fucking just kills you. And I'm like,
he's only lost clean on TV 9 times, and 5 of them were to NWO members. So he lost clean 4 times outside of the NWO. Right. He pretended to be hurt to get a belt back from the Undertaker, and then they realized he wasn't hurt and let Undertaker keep the belt. Creative control, you know, showing up and be like, oh well, I know he's supposed to win, but I'm not going to go out there unless we change the finish. I have a movie to promote.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's very much selfish, and it's sad because he was one of my idols growing up. I was like, man, I want to be the Hulkster, and then you find out he's a pretty nasty dude, and then you're like,
but there wasn't like you guys watching it, or like Bird, you seen him kind of past his prime a little bit, but there wasn't like inklings of him being a dickhead.
No, they did really good back then, man, of protecting the product.
Yeah.
You know, he was the take your vitamins and, you know, say your prayers, pray and fucking flex and eat good and work out good.
Yeah.
You know, the kids loved him. Women wanted to be with him. But every generation has got that guy. You know what I mean? Like they had him. Then you had John Cena. You had Stone Cold in between. That no matter what they did, the crowd loved until it just got past where they didn't want to see that anymore.
Yeah.
And
I never, like Bird was saying, we never were led on to believe he was anything but the purest form of wrestling. He was the man. Now, again, in hindsight, his moveset sucks.
The worst.
He's got like Gabe moveset. Like he's got 3 moves he does, and that's it. And honestly, like it's the leg drop is a common move you do in the middle of a match. That's his finisher. Like he does not move well. Like again. They did such a good job telling the story, though, that you were like, oh, the Hulkster, he's dying. Oh, you know, and you were like, oh, my God. Macho Man, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, all these other wrestlers, like, had movesets that were just infinite. And this guy had 3 moves.
Andre at 7'4", 600 pounds, had a better moveset than Hulk Hogan. And he couldn't move.
Right.
He physically could not move.
his back was fused together. He couldn't even lift anything,
and had a better move set than Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like in hindsight, like when you really think about it, like the guy was pretty basic, but the story and the charisma was there, and
the character's there. The character was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in that time in the 80s with the colors and the muscles, and he's on Muscle Beach working out with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and and then like you said, they pretend, oh, the Hulk is dead, then he hulks up, and the kids go nuts, and he starts doing the stupid fucking, and then the crowd goes crazy. Big boot, leg drop, medium boot, because he's not that big of a guy. He's like, yeah, I mean, he's big, but it's a medium-sized boot.
No, and again, I loved it. I love the fact that I grew up with it, but yeah, now in hindsight, I'm a little bit more. It was terrible. It was a terrible time.
And he's a terrible guy, dude. He married his son's best friend. After dropping then he dropped an N-bomb and a sex tape with said girl who was like 22.
Yep. And then didn't he have sex with the radio show host who was his good friend? Like he took on he slept with his wife on camera.
Mm-hmm. He refused to lose to Shawn Michaels, so Shawn Michaels oversold every move that match. That's a match we need to go back and review.
Oh my god, that was good.
Every offense, bro. He punches Shawn in the face, and Shawn jumps backwards, flips out of the ring because he refused to lose to Shawn at WrestleMania. So Shawn Michaels was like, okay. And every little move he hit, he oversold, and that's Shawn Michaels, though. If you know who Shawn Michaels is outside of wrestling, he brought that into the ring and said, okay.
Yeah.
Don't forget what we did to Brett, buddy.
Brett's Brett. Yeah. But yeah, no. So I thought it was weird. I thought it was a weird feel. Poor Jimmy Hart.
Joe, he was just standing there.
The guy comes out. He's a loved character, but you can't give him any love.
No. Hulk Hogan got booed as soon as his name hit the thing. He wasn't even out yet. As soon as his name hit the screen, they were booing him. Stone Cold should have came out and stunned him. That would have been a pop and a half.
Oh my god, that would have been amazing. All right, so again, we're gonna keep watching WWE. We're gonna be watching. Tomorrow night, another Raw. We'll see what happens. And again, I think there will be a drop off in viewership just because of the first initial wave. But I think if they put on a pretty stellar show, the viewership will continue to stay consistent. So I think that's going to be a good thing.
And I don't watch as often anymore, but Triple H needs a screen presence like Vince McMahon had. He needs to be out there and on screen. Yeah,
because he's the heart and soul of that organization right now. So, but he's doing good things. So we'll see what happens on tomorrow night's Raw. All right, so let's move over to our next topic. The TikTok ban is happening, and so one of the early, obviously all of the groups, between Instagram, YouTube, Meta, all have a TikTok version, right? Something that looks like TikTok on their apps. And so the question is, where are they all going to go if the ban does in fact stay on? A lot of them have said YouTube Shorts is the next wave for them. But right now they're scrambling. A lot of the big TikTokers are saying, follow me on my other platforms. And so now the fight is who becomes the next TikTok, because that format is so catchy. But I find myself doing the same in Instagram and doing the same thing on YouTube. I'm kind of in the same world as TikTok with that. But again, your thoughts, I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that or what you guys have heard, but I find it fascinating.
I don't think it's going through. I think somebody will buy it because the ban will only go through if they don't sell. And if they find a way to sell and keep like revenue from it, then
yeah,
because like TikTok's too big to let it go away. But I feel like if there's anybody that's going to benefit from it, it's going to be YouTube probably.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about the size of the platform. I mean, this is a long time ago, but Vine was the biggest platform on the planet at the time, and it just got wiped away. It got wiped away.
But I think that was more so because Instagram came around and then just took their shit. You know what I mean? Like,
well, but the other platforms have the same opportunity. Like Llama was saying, you could just post your shorts on YouTube, post your reels on Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, everybody just likes
YouTube
the
pays
TikTok
better.
algorithm.
And YouTube pays better per view.
No. TikTok pays. They were like incentivizing people to like go on there. So TikTok paid more, but I think again, TikTok invented that kind of like scrolling. So now I think it's on YouTube and Instagram to try to like see what they did and gain from it. But that streamer, I sent it to Llama, but the streamer Valkyrie, she's on 100 Thieves. She had a YouTube like exclusive deal, but then she went back to Twitch. Now I think most people want to go back to Twitch because again, platforms matter, and Twitch is the best live streaming platform, bar none. You know what I mean? But she did say like they were planning on like going more towards shorts than live streams. So they're kind of going to put the live streams aspect, to the back burner and then start working on the shorts. So I think maybe because of the TikTok ban, but again, it's kind of hard to tell. I feel like somebody will buy it. I did see one of the guys from Shark Tank was like in talks to get it. So if something like that happens, who knows? But if not,
I see YouTube or Meta just buying it and just saying, "Well, that's another,
yeah." But then I don't know. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a monopoly.
You buy it and shelf it.
Nah, you keep it. I think you keep it. You just integrate it somehow. I think that would be the best. Like, keep the two separate apps, but integrate it so it works seamless.
I just see that with you competing with yourself. If you buy it and shelf it, they have no choice.
But then you can make, like, let's say Instagram gets it, right? Or Meta. And they can make Instagram solely pictures. And then you got the video side, which would be TikTok.
Yeah, I don't keep the branding. I don't see them ever doing something like that, completely changing their thing.
But I think, I don't know, shelving it would be crazy, though.
You just force people to come to you. It's the same thing. You just come to us and post your shorts. Then you don't have to pay two different platforms. You don't have to pay, influencers of two different platforms. You buy TikTok, let the world know you bought it. And it may be at the bottom, instead of it saying YouTube Shorts, it'll just say TikTok. Just retitle that.
So my guess, and this is there's two reasons this is my guess. One is at a previous company I worked for, they supported TikTok, and now because I don't work there anymore, I can talk about it. They have already made plans to remove a large amount of their staff in the TikTok shop and all the other like supported entities. Like the TikTok itself, like that's self-driven. The content moderation, the TikTok shop, all that stuff is being scaled back, meaning like they're cutting back on the workforce. So I think TikTok themselves is either priming for a sale, right, or complete dismantling, or at least the U.S. division, right?
Interesting.
But the other thing, think about what Mark Zuckerberg has done now on Facebook or Meta. There's no more what is it? The content, like you no longer have clarification if it's real, fake, whatever. Fact checking has been removed, which benefits the current administration coming in. And if they can take over, they already have like I said, all of them have. Google stands to gain a bunch because YouTube has invested in their shorts algorithm, and it's the same thing as TikTok, right? Now, again, similar formats. It's just they change the names. So Meta has it, and then Google and YouTube has it. So if, again, they're chummy with the administration and they can get their way, they might be the next preferred provider. Because I also read that on TikTok, they had that Lemonade or whatever it was called. They had like a side TikTok app that they were like, oh, just go there. They're going to shut down the entire TikTok server. So I just think there's money to be gained. There's going to be views to be, and then just who is primed and ready, and where do the people go? And that's the thing. That's the creators don't know for sure, because they're like, just go to my other ones and follow, and they're just trying to figure out what they're going to do. But I know that the shop is they're panicking. Like the TikTok shop is panicking because that's all money and revenue. Like,
and that shit was skyrocketing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
that shit was growing.
So,
but we've seen it before where influencers leaving platforms and their fan base just doesn't follow them.
They
Yeah.
don't.
You know,
They don't.
if you're lucky, they do, and if you're,
I think the situation is different. Like if you're watching somebody solely on TikTok and TikTok goes away, you're gonna go find that person. You know what I mean? Now that's different if like somebody like the Valkyrie girl, she was on Twitch and then went to YouTube. I think that's a totally different thing because it's like, well, I'm just gonna stay on Twitch. I'll just find my next up and coming person to watch. But in a situation where the whole app is gone, if that's the case, I think most people will probably gain a good amount of, maybe not everybody, but a good amount. And I think that makes content this year kind of like the wild wild west in terms of like exposure, because one, again, I think these companies have learned from what TikTok did, and if TikTok goes away, they're gonna push all this content to like make sure they're the next ones. It's gonna be like, all right, Instagram's boosting their shorts crazy, YouTube's boosting their shorts crazy, so it's like, all right, now let's see who wins from that point. So I think from like our perspective, especially like what me and Llama are talking about behind the scenes, that's gonna benefit somebody smaller, because then it's like if you're constantly putting content out on all these platforms that are trying to win the next, who's gonna be the next big thing race, it could benefit us in the long run, which would be cool.
I can even see like a Netflix or a Hulu buying TikTok and putting TikTok on Netflix and giving it its own subcategory.
Maybe.
Because why wouldn't you go somewhere where all your entertainment hub is in one place anyway?
The only thing with that is the format. Nobody's trying to watch a TikTok like on a big ass TV.
No, you put it on your phone. People got Netflix on their phone.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then it gives you more app downloads because more people are going to download whatever it's on.
Yeah.
More subscriptions for people who don't have Netflix because you're going to need it for more devices. You can't just have the 3-device Netflix if you have 4 teenagers in your house now. You're going to have to pay more for it.
What I would do is, if I was one of those the big three coming through, like trying to get the viewership, is I would reach out to the big TikTokers and sign some exclusive back end deals and just like, hey, go come here. I got something for you. Just come my way. Bring your content, bring all your shit, bring your viewers. If you can get the top, 20 TikTok influencers to head to your app, that means others will follow suit, and it could be a backdoor deal. But that's what I would do. I'd be like, all right, give me the guy who's got 100 million subscribers. Who's that guy? How much money do we need to throw his way and have him come to our app? Because that solidifies that is the next move for a lot of people. Because right now, again, a lot of the smaller guys are guessing. Like, they're all putting their shit everywhere, but who's going to be that reign supreme when TikTok does go away? That's what I would do. If I had the money, I'd be Mark Zuckerberg. I'd be in the back saying, give me a room full of these guys. I'm throwing money.
And then push them. Have them on screen telling you how much money they're making.
Yeah.
Like what Twitch did with Kai. You find one that's like on the brink of the breakout, put him on your platform and push him.
Yep.
And push him. But have celebrities on his platform that let him talk about how much money he's making. Put him in a big house.
Yep. And then they're all going to follow. They're all going to follow because they're like, oh, that guy's there. I'm there. That's where the money's going to be. And obviously they got to fix their incentive rates too, but it'll be short term. Once they figure out where you go, then everything will be reset. It won't be that big money for a while.
Yeah.
So,
or the big streamers just split. The big TikTokers just split up. Some of them go here, some of them go there, some of them go here.
Yeah. But the one thing I did see, and AD, I don't know if you feel the same way, but there is a little bit of backlash from some people to say, kind of like a fuck you TikToker influencer, because they think this shit is easy. Like they see a guy out there doing, he does dumb shit for 40 seconds at a time and he's making $1 million, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of backlash too. Like the comment sections are like, now you have to work. Now you got to be a real, like there's a lot of that happening. And the
same people will watch, and I think I think that's also just with how content's been going. You see like those fucking the crash out streamers on Kick and shit that just do wild shit like the Neons. Like I feel like they had like a short little stint, and I feel like even now like people in the stream community are like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, why are we even watching this type of shit?
It's a shock factor, and once that goes away,
It's
those
kind
type
of like,
influencers are gone.
Yeah. So I think there'll be another form of that eventually, but I think that kind of like doing stupid shit on TikTok is not gonna work right now, at least. You know, I think it's like people want to see like good curated content. You know,
like you were just talking about like Neon and them. The videos of them beating up the the PDF files were all over my algorithm forever, and now they're gone.
They're gone.
You know, they were like that. People were into it. They were into the rappers coming in and beating them up.
But you also run out of fucking
Nah, hell no. So the problem is they're trying to get them, convicted after that, and the police departments can't. It's because you guys don't have the proper rights to do what you guys are doing, and then send them to us. It's like, hey, he's covered in cake, and we dipped him in dog shit, and now we need you to arrest him. We have the video of the game punching this guy in the face, crying about what he has on his phone, and now we need you to arrest him.
Oops, can't do that now. No, this is the interesting thing, and again, I don't know I haven't followed the court case itself, so I don't know if it is or isn't going to happen, but a lot of the content creators like it's happening, and so but we'll see.
Well, they also probably got a lot of the bigger ones, let's say, probably got some inside conversations they're having that people at TikTok probably know where it's leaning towards. They probably don't know what's going to happen, but they know like they're getting the vibe maybe. And what you're saying is kind of like that same thing, like insider information is like knowing that, then it's like, damn, maybe they are just going to do away with it and next one up, which again, I personally think it might be YouTube, to be honest, because YouTube has the market on people watching content.
Yeah.
And if you can get them to watch the short form content on your platform, they're that's
because YouTube has long term, short term, live. They
whatever
have
you need.
Whatever you need.
Everything.
Movies for free and paid for.
Like I've seen even Twitch, the app itself will, like, when you go on, it forms the streams kind of like a TikTok manner.
Yes.
And then when you get to one, if you watch it for too long, let's say you watch it for like 5 minutes or something, it'll say tap it, or it'll make you go straight to the screen.
It mutes.
And then, so even they're trying to use that algorithmic type of thing. So I don't know. We'll see. Again, if TikTok goes away, that's going to be.
Whatnot is the first one I saw doing that, with the live streams looking like TikToks.
Yeah.
You scroll through the live streams.
That's another thing. See, like a place like Whatnot will benefit so much from TikTok going away, because people were selling like auctions on TikTok. So now Whatnot will, it's already, in terms of like that kind of content selling, it's already up there, but I think they will get a boost from it too. And like Jimmy always says, like there's not a Kai Cenat of Whatnot yet, and in a situation like this, somebody can get that big. I don't think there's just that many people on Whatnot yet, but doing research and shit about the selling, that's just big in Korea and like those Asian countries, like crazy. So I think eventually, we've seen it since I started selling cars. We've kind of all seen like, like more people are doing it. Even eBay Live, there's like
because those countries go crazier off of our merchandise than this country goes over other countries' merchandise. Like the Japanese Pokemon cards, for example, aren't that huge here. They're big. There's a market for them, but I can only imagine what the English version of these cards are like in Korea and Japan, where they get more cards, bigger boxes.
Yeah. Again, this and the timing is weird.
So you're saying I got to go to Japan and just sell English cards?
Yeah, I can also see TikTok going to Twitch. And Twitch has the live corner, and then they have the short form, and then they end up, going to long form.
I don't think Twitch got the pockets about that though.
Not to beat out Google or Meta.
Yeah.
No. Google's ginormous.
Well, technically Twitch is under Amazon.
Yeah.
Technically.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Amazon's
that's right. They have the partnership. That's true. And does Bezos want to get in the deal?
Speaking of Amazon, I heard they were trying to go into the like selling live kind of shit eventually too. So that them buying TikTok Put it right there. Boom.
They're testing it because if you go on there on any particular like if you could say electronics, for example, there are literally live feeds all through. Like there's a section of live feeds, and they're selling the products that you see on your screen. So like you click on it and they're like, oh, and they've got the link right there. So like they're just like, oh, this thing is this is, and then it costs this much, and then click here and the link is right there. You just click it in your thing. So like Amazon is already testing those waters, and they've got live streamers on all day long. I don't ever go there to watch anything because I'm like, I know what I want from Amazon. But like if you are a fan of TikTok Shop, that's your TikTok shop right there. Like they got cheap shit that will sell. And I bought a ton of shit for Christmas on the TikTok shop. So
and there's also like the Instagram shop already exists too, so I can see them just putting the TikTok shop inside of the Instagram shop.
I'm kind of curious why Instagram hasn't tried the. I mean, their live is kind of shitty, to be honest. Like,
yeah, it's not as user friendly, to be honest. Like that's, but like okay, so behind the TikTok shop are all these foreign companies like the Temus and all that stuff that are providing
and all that shit. Yeah,
they're providing, again, I would say substandard products, right, at really really low prices. So they're gonna go somewhere else. They're fuck, oh, TikTok's gone, fuck you, I'm gonna go here.
Wherever.
Or they're already selling probably in other areas. They're just gonna shift their resources. But that's another thing is like you can't stop that market. Like that the Shein market and the cheap goods market, especially with inflation, man, people are just gonna find, how do I get this product at a cheaper price somewhere?
Especially, in the women clothing community, they don't mind spending, $4 for a dress they're gonna wear one time.
Exactly. And the dress is like 50 cents to make.
Yeah. And then like the haul videos are huge. These girls do these haul videos and they never wear any of that shit ever. They try it all on, let you know what they paid for it, and I got 300 garments for $27.
Yeah.
And they try it all on, they let you, and then they don't wear any of it.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you that this is huge, and the ripple effect is going to be amazing. So it's something to watch, and we'll see. I think Monday or Tuesday. I think next Monday or Tuesday. I think if the ban is in place, it'll go through, and that's before the inauguration. So that's another thing too. People were like, it's censorship. I'm like, listen, you're going to get your news one way or the other, but one big feed of news is going to be gone. So if it goes through. So
fuck, we have, I mean, Twitter. Elon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Elon. But he's he's getting in his own way, to be honest. Like him putting the subscription fees, charging for like premium content, he went too far, I think. Like Twitter was best when the ad revenue could be sold quickly, but now he's got everything behind a paywall. Nobody wants to pay because you can find that shit anywhere else.
I mean, it's hard he's got money more than God has money, so it doesn't matter. Don't even come on my platform. I don't care.
Exactly.
You're not, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, but he did, and this is one thing I learned. He did give, not him, but like X was giving you the premium features for free for a while because they wanted you to test it. And I think we were even on X for a while doing the live stream. And it was like we got 20, 30, 40 viewers at a time.
Don't get me wrong, those X, what do you call it? Those X like talk rooms, they be bumping, bro.
Yeah, they do. They do. That's what I'm saying. But now those things are behind a paywall. So now the content. Well, no, I know. But the content creator has to sign up for a premium service to use that to broadcast. Anybody who wants the blue verified check, and then even streamers, in order for it to stream more than 60 minutes or whatever, you have to be verified so that you're paying the subscription. So a lot of people went away from X because it was like, all right, well, I'm not paying for it. And some did. So I didn't, but
But I mean, even Instagram has Threads, which is like their competition with Twitter.
Yeah, but that's just ass.
But the format, they're not backing it correctly.
No. But
the format, it's just a Twitter format.
Yeah. And then Blue Sky, I think, was the other one. And that's the same as what's Trump's feed?
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, it's the same. It's a Truth Social. So Blue Sky and Truth Social are just echo chambers of the same content. So it's like, all right, if you want to hear this side of it, go to Truth Social. If you want to hear the other side of it, go to Blue Sky. And unfortunately, not everybody wants to do that, right? Like we want it down the middle, or we want everything. So I'm not going to Blue Sky or Truth Social. I want to hear fucking from everybody. I don't want to hear just the same
and then a lot of people just want to
shit.
hear their side.
Of course.
Whatever their side is, they don't give a shit what the other side says. They want their side.
Yeah.
And for that, you just follow whoever you want to follow on your socials, and you'll get that.
Right. But again, those are geared specifically for those leaning a certain way, and that's why they're not going to work.
Yeah. Most people aren't going to tune in for political content. They're not going to tune into one specific place to get their political content.
Right. They'd rather just bully other people and say, listen to my shit on a main site. But it's all good, man. It's all good. It's again, very interesting times. But and again, AD and I have talked about it. We could be on the cusp of something if they're pushing small content creators, or they're trying to figure out how to get views.
Well, YouTube's already doing that.
Yeah.
YouTube's already. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about how bigger content creators are getting less views, and like random 1,000 sub channels are getting crazy amount of views. So it seems like YouTube's trying to like promote the smaller creators. Now I don't know kind of why. Maybe they just want new blood. You know what I mean?
Like, you have to get ahead of the curve. You don't want your stuff to get stale before you have something new to. It happened on cable all the time. You would have a talk show with 2 hosts, and before they take too long to replace one of the hosts, and the show goes down. Then you wait too long, and then you have to find a new time slot or a new show to put in your time slot.
Yeah.
I think we're at the point, especially on YouTube, that the big content creators are and I hate and forgive the term, but they're eating each other at this point. Like they're they're turning on each other. The fake unity that you thought Mr. Beast had with these other content, they're all starting to. Other people are starting to sort of tear down those images, and so it's across the platform. Like all of the biggest names. Pick a big name, and there's gonna be 17 videos from just down the road, like how bad this content creator is, and they're starting to fucking kill each other.
Yeah, but that's kind of like the market right now. I see that with hip hop. There's like a lot of like smaller creators that have come out of nowhere. I've sent him videos, but it'll be like just a person sitting in the corner watching a podcast, and then not even give any takes. But they'll like title it like they'll title it to clickbait, but then they won't even like talk. You know what I mean? Like they'll just watch the clip, and I see a lot of, and their views are crazy. They're getting like 20,000, 30,000 views for watching somebody else's content, and then titling it in a hateful way towards that person, which is,
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying, go ahead, Bird.
No, go ahead. No.
I was gonna say they're starting to not crack down, but like I said, the consumer is now smart enough to say, you're not fucking doing anything. You're just watching somebody else's content. So there's like, I'm gonna say there's the top level, the guys that everyone knows by name, right? And then there's just below them, there's a bunch of 1 million plus groups that are like, all we're doing is watching their content and not commenting, as you said, right? Or just sitting there going, oh, that's crazy. And then, but they're getting all the views. They're like eating up all the revenue from these smaller content creators. And again, they're starting to fight each other. Like, they're coming after each other in the courts. Again, I've been going down that rabbit hole. But it's interesting. It's interesting because now this is why you would push smaller content creators. Because like, all right, enough of these guys. They're annoying at this point. Let's get some new people in there and let's see what they do. But go ahead, Bert. What were you going to say?
The problem is like the influencers from every generation, they're all doing the same thing. Like this Generation A is all doing the same thing. Generation B is all doing the same thing. So it gets to a point that 1 or 2 of them get bigger than the other ones, even though they're all doing the same thing.
Yep.
Then they have to find ways to beat each other out because none of them. One person became famous doing this one thing, and they all let's all do the same exact thing. And then eventually it's like, okay, he did it 3 weeks before you did. He had more money to do it. Nobody's going to watch your version of what this guy just did 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. No, again, I think it's just fascinating shit. Like being in the space now and just putting up content and then watching how other content creators react. It's just a fun and fascinating look. But again, we're like AD said, we're in the Wild West for shorts and content creation. It's going to be crazy, and it's only going to get worse because there's just going to be some chaos that happens. I know it. I have a feeling this is just the beginning of the longest month ever.
The best part about the cancellation of TikTok is we're going to see all these nobodies fight each other in celebrity boxing.
Oh, that'd be great.
They're going to need to make money somewhere, dude.
A whole new wave.
Whole new wave of celebrity chumps. Chump boxing.
The local bars will be like, former TikTok star.
Yeah.
Fight anybody for a shot of Jameson.
Right. He's settling his beef with the other one, whatever. Oh, that'd be fun to watch, man. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's where it's going. Celebrity boxing is on the rise, and a lot of these influencers are on the downfall. How do you keep your name relevant? Go get knocked out by Jake Paul.
Hey, I'll step in the ring for a couple mil.
I'm knocking Jake Paul the fuck out. Know what they say? If one guy can hold you down.
What do they say, Llama?
I don't know what they say. I'm just laughing because Bird said he can beat up Jake Paul. So
I would do what what's his name said he would do to Floyd Mayweather.
Bryce Smith.
Jamie pulled the clip.
Let's see. We got Braxton.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's been a good long while since I was in here. Louisiana's back in the building. Hey, welcome back.
Louisiana.
Welcome back to the show.
Home of the Super Bowl this year.
That's right. That's right. Kendrick halftime show. It'll be fun.
Yes. Featuring Drake.
That'd be crazy, man.
It's not gonna be crazy. That's what's gonna happen, and the whole world's gonna be like, "Oh my god!" Like it's not what they should know. That's happened in every Drake beef ever.
No, this is true.
Yeah.
True.
Anytime Drake isn't at the peak
No,
of
not every Drake.
celebrityism.
Him and Pusha still don't like each other. So.
Yeah, so they say until we see a fucking Rico 2 Pusha T featuring Drake.
It would go hard though.
Now, of course it will. And everybody's like, oh my god! And then the hype of that song's gonna go away, and Drake's gonna beef with somebody else.
No, I want to see him bring out a Drake lookalike. That'd be
Yo. Like a fake Diesel with Drake.
And say like they'll play a song that they were both on together, and then this fake looking Drake comes out.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Then he kicks him off the stage or something. I don't know, like physically. That would be amazing.
He shoots her fake Drake in the back of the head. Start the show.
It's just big meat, that's it.
Wow.
Kicks him off the stage.
Oh. No, I can see him. I can see him bringing Drake, or I can see him bringing everybody Drake's beef with on stage.
Oh,
one or the other, and either one of them is like, "Oh yay."
It'd be interesting.
I miss when my rappers used to kill rappers for beefing on wax. That's what I miss. That's how you know they're beefing. When you hear, somebody in Kendrick Lamar's camp. That they don't count, bro. They're not rappers. They're gang members who picked up a microphone. It's not the same thing. I want to hear Kendrick Lamar's right hand man shoots Drake's assistant.
That's
The Weeknd's assistant got shot.
Again, that's gambling debt. That has nothing to do with beef.
I don't know,
he has
man.
to pay the casino back.
Or no, Drake's security got shot.
Oh yeah, outside.
And then people, were saying it was The Weeknd.
It probably was. No, yeah, it was probably Kendrick's people. Kendrick's a real gang member who has real goons walking behind him.
The Weeknd. What's The Weeknd doing? Shooting up shots.
He's a cokehead, dude.
I know
what he's doing.
Drake fuck with a real gangster, and Kendrick's like, "Okay, dude, I want to get the Super Bowl time, and your security guard's getting shot outside." That's
Drake's gonna do God's Plan 2 after the fires go down in the city. What if Kendrick did that? What if Kendrick took the God's Plan B?
With the fires in the background? Oh Jesus!
Or Kendrick just gets on stage and do Drake songs.
Oh no!
He doesn't do any of his own category. He does Drake's catalog.
Nah.
I mean, like I said, maybe a fake out somewhere. Right? Again, drop a Dre beat, and that's it. I mean,
it's gonna be, or he brings Wayne.
That's probably the most likely option, especially after they had that little fucking bicker.
Or you really want to spit in the fans' face and bring Cole and Drake up? Just kidding. There's always gonna be a big three.
Nah,
No, I think that happens.
hell no. You can't say fuck the big three and then bring them up. That'd be
Of
crazy.
course you can.
No.
Of course you can.
Oh.
Drake and Meek Mill did Rico. Okay.
Yeah,
he
but
went
that was
after him
years
and his
after.
wife.
That was
It doesn't
years
matter.
after. Yeah,
Doesn't
it was
matter.
years.
Doesn't
That was
matter.
years after.
I don't think Drake makes any appearance. Again, Drake
Yeah.
lookalike.
Drake salty, dude.
Maybe a Drake beat, but that's it. I don't think he makes an appearance. That's my 2 cents.
That beef's not
So-
real, dude.
It got to be real.
No, it doesn't.
No, the beat's definitely real. But what if they bring him out and then they just cut the beat and start battle rapping? Just fucking cut the
my
beat.
God. Cut the beat 8 Mile style.
No, Kendrick would
A
body
hologram
him,
of Diddy?
but that would be fire. A hologram
Did he-
of Diddy's crazy.
Did he hologram at the Super Bowl?
Oh my God. How would that be received? That's like Hulk Hogan coming out.
Yeah. Diddy smacks Drake as a hologram?
They're not booing. Yo, Diddy goes on Monday
Diddy
Night
don't get
Raw. They're
booed
not
anywhere.
booing. Yeah,
Nah,
they're not
Diddy don't
booing
get-
Diddy, dude.
Diddy can show up to a daycare and he ain't gonna get booed.
Hey, yo. Ooh. With some baby oil. All right, anyway.
It was drugs.
You
Mama.
took it. Yeah, it was drugs. Dude. You took it there though.
I
That
did
baby
take
oil
it.
got tested, dude. It was all drugs. That's even worse. Dude. You don't smoke or drink it in that night and you're still feeling wavy. You're like, what the hell? All I had was
Baby
dry
oil?
out.
I just moisturized my hands earlier.
You're like, why is
false
this
look.
doorknob? Why is this doorknob slippery? And then you're all, he only put on the bathroom doorknobs, yo.
You make sure you take your socks and shoes off, and then the floor is just
The
slippery.
floor's wet, dude. And then you're like, what is this, dude?
The special Himalayan salt just rubbing in your
Yeah.
feet.
Wake up, Bryce Mitchell.
Anyway. Well, this has been a otherwise amazing episode. Thank you, Bertie, for sharing your birthday and coming on the show with us as we talked about these topics.
Thanks for having me.
Always love your insight on things. And AD, thank you again for an amazing show this week. AD and I have been having some good conversations, behind the scenes. So
Are we gonna talk about it out here, or are we gonna just let it happen?
I don't know that I was going to confer with you on that. I don't know. You know me, I'd love to just say things and,
I
but
would about said it, but I think we played it out a little bit.
I'll say it.
Yeah, Bird
Yes.
knows.
Oh, okay.
If Bird says it, then it's allegations.
I would hope that Bird would know.
Insider Bird, he says.
Yeah.
Big Llama Show.
That's
breaking
how I know
news.
Drake's showing up to the Super Bowl.
So you are our entertainment and news insider.
Drake will be there. He's gonna show the Super Bowl.
Oh, he's gonna be there for sure.
No, on the stage with Kendrick
No,
Lamar.
he's gonna be
No.
in a box by
He's gonna
himself with a hoodie
crying.
on.
Crying.
He's mad.
He's playing Take Care.
I'm more than just an option.
No, you ain't.
So cry
All right, end the
if you
show,
need
Llama.
to. Anyway,
I'm really surprised Drake hasn't dropped an album recently.
He needs to chill on music right now, I think.
Yeah, he used to go away for a little bit, and then he'll come back.
I think so. I think that would be the best. If he just comes out of nowhere, let's say in like 2 years, drops a fucking good album, nobody gives a
Or
fuck
it
about this shit.
backfires. It takes you 2 years to come out with an album. I was like, oh, all right, Drake.
And it's not good. Yeah.
Or it's good if people just don't care
I don't know.
because there's a new megastar.
No, Kendrick.
No, not him. I'm just saying in general.
Oh.
Because by the time that comes out,
That's true. Anyway, I will close the show, but no promos tonight. No promos. Just
Thank
go
God,
check out
dude.
the channel. Go check out the channel and go see what new stuff we have. So, since Bertie, you're here and it's your birthday, you want to close out the show for us?
thanks for tuning into the Llama Show. See you next Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern, and every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Me and Llama are breaking up. That's the news. End the show.